have not had anything interesting to talk about for probably the past week. There's just nothing really going on this week at all. Nothing special. I mean, really, there's not. So that's really why I haven't had any videos. There's just nothing to talk about. And I make the same drive 5 or 6 days a week. Imagine if I just put the same drive up over and over and over again. You guys would get so bored probably after the second drive. So I try to make things a little bit more interesting, simply because I honestly, unless it's someplace that I've never been, like the mountains or some place that tourist attraction, whatever, I don't sit and watch videos of just people driving. Sometimes I get interested in like semi-truck drivers. They've got some interesting videos, on occasion. But mainly because I like to watch them drive, as far as driving the big rigs and so on, because that's interesting to me. I would never be a truck driver myself, but it's just interesting to me. So, just making the same drive gets boring after a while. Now, if there's something interesting that happens along that drive, then yes, I get it up on YouTube. Not the whole drive, but the portion that was interesting to me. And if you recall, this last video that I posted a couple videos ago, where somebody was being slow and I was trying to get around them, and then I did my 0 to 100. The whole couple of drives that I did, I chopped everything and put it together to make it more interesting, rather than have to watch the whole drive just for that one little tidbit of whatever is interesting the whole way. Now, I made a custom. I took a baseball cap, right, and I made myself a custom solution for my 360 camera. My 360 camera came with a vented helmet mount, okay? Now, unfortunately, I don't have a vented helmet. So I thought to myself, well, why would I want to spend $20, $25 on a vented helmet when I can just use one of my baseball caps that's just plain and modify it to accept the strap mount, the vented helmet strap. So I did that, and I'm planning on doing some trail stuff. We've got a bunch of trails behind where we live, and I plan on doing some stuff like that, more or less car stuff and more 360 kind of scenery videos. And so if anybody's interested in that, that will be coming. The weather was looking great for a while there, and then it just came down to nothing. I mean, it was 30 degrees this morning. It was colder than that yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit better. It was in the mid-50s, but it's been pretty cold. I mean, it's in the mid-50s right now, and it's noon. But we had this cold sprout where it was just 30s and 40s, cloudy, just it felt like winter all over again. So I kind of, unfortunately was unable to make any trail videos, because I'm not going to be dressed in my winter gear when I'm walking the trails. That's just kind of ridiculous. So I will be doing that stuff. Now, a couple more comments that were made on my videos about the whole getting things chopped together and so on like that. Initially, I've been getting a lot of feedback that people like the way that I am kind of true to the camera, I guess, so to speak. Not acting, I guess. And I've talked about this before in a previous video, where I was getting questions like, oh, you're exaggerating because the camera's rolling. Well, no, I'm not. When somebody pisses me off on the road, everything that I say that comes out of my mouth is real. Usually, I'll just say, what the F or something like that, and whatever. But since the camera is rolling, though, I like to say more stuff out loud. and I don't even think about it. It just happens. But when the camera's always rolling, basically. But like when I'm in my wife's car and I am not recording, then I'll just be like, what the hell was that, or something like that. But with the camera rolling, I'm like, what the, I get really emotional about it because I want everyone else to experience what I'm thinking inside and hopefully get the same reaction. Now, I do have some subscribers that I know specifically who are, let's just say, better than me people as far as swearing and things like that. So although I would love to be able to please everybody, I try not to go excessive. I try to kind of keep it interesting, but at the same time within certain boundaries. So I want to try to stay real, I guess, keeping it real, and at the same time be interesting and be, myself. I'm kind of going off on a tangent there, but somebody made a comment, well, why'd you bleep out this word, or why'd you bleep out that time, or whatever, and it was just the way that I was thinking about it, like that video with that semi-truck that ran right through that red. The way that I was thinking about it is I figured that video itself would take on many more hits than, just my regular, like this video here, just driving along. So if it was going to be more, not necessarily a viral video, because I definitely know that those don't happen. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about people doing stupid stuff, stupid drivers. I've watched them myself. I think they're really interesting. I like watching, I mean, yeah, it's terrible for the person that it happens to, but I like watching, people do really stupid stuff on the road and then just drive away. And little do they know they're on camera. And I was reading an article about somebody, this was years back. This was back when I was really first considering putting my camera in the car. There was a lawsuit, and I can't remember, I'll have to dig up the article if I can find it. But a guy who hit someone else and then drove off sued because he didn't want to be on camera, and he didn't give the other driver permission to record him, basically. And believe it or not, it felt like the whole McDonald's thing where somebody burned themselves on coffee and sued. Fortunately, it was thrown out. I mean, it was just basically, yeah, right. Because the public roads are public. And if you want to walk down the side of the road and record everybody who's driving by, you can, because you're in public. You're on a public road. Now, when you step on somebody's private property, or you're recording their private property, then that's a little bit different. So, I just think it's funny that some of these people don't realize that they're on camera. So anyway, I think, excuse me, I think that's probably about it. I don't really have anything else to say. Hoping to do my spark plugs this week if the weather cooperates. We got a couple warm days coming up. Got some other things I want to do, plasti dip my wheels. So we got some stuff coming up. I just hope that the weather cooperates. We haven't got much rain yet. So take care, guys.